Hi everyone, Janie here, and today I want to share a couple of cards with you that I made with a die set that I got from InLoveArts, and this die set is so unique. Just wait till you see it. And it has so many possibilities, and I know as soon as you see it, you're going to start having tons of ideas of your own. But for now, let's head on over to the craft table and let me show you what I made.
Actually, I'm going to be sharing two die sets with you, and they are both from InLoveArts. And this one right here is the Water Ripple Frame die set, and there are 9 dies in this set. And it not only cuts this really cool shape, but at the exact same time, it cuts a border as well. So there's multiple uses for this. And this is a Cute Penguin die set. And I love them both so much, and I can't wait to show you what I've made with these, so let's get started. First, I'm going to be sharing these two cards that I made, this really cute girly one and this really handsome masculine one. And then I'm going to be making a tag or an ornament here on camera to show you how these dies work. So, let's get started with this one. For this card, I use Close to My Heart glitter paper and the Water Ripple frame dies and the cute little penguin die set. And I created this adorable easel card. I just love it. I've got the penguin sitting on a piece of ice, a little iceberg. I thought that was just so cute. I love it. And I added a little bow to her hair so that obviously makes this penguin a girl. And I created a little happy birthday banner to stick up at the top. But this is just adorable. So one of the things that I wanted to show you is, you see this line going around there? Okay, that isn't another layer. Let me show you what that is. So, as I will be showing you later in the video, it cuts a border out. So, for example, this is the border for this one, which I'm not getting back on there straight. And that's what I did. I just took one of the borders, and let me turn this around, get it going the right direction. And I just glued it on there. I thought it looked really good. Just, gave it a little extra color there. And there's a variety of ways of doing it. Here's another one where I took one of the shapes and the border from a white one and just put that around the outside. But I'll be showing you more about that later in the video. I just wanted to explain that that was not another layer. But of course, these two are layers. And down here we have plenty of layers. So I just love it. It is just adorable. So if you're wanting to know, how do you make an easel card from something shaped like this? Well, I'm not going to run it through the cuddle bug for you, but I'm going to show you. So take a card base, fold it in half, approximate size that you want it, one that will fit the die that you're going to use, and then you are going to position the die so that it's just above the fold, because you don't want it to cut the fold. Okay, and turn it over this way and you can see that it is just below where the die cutting area is. And then when you put it through, you'll get your card base like this. There'll still be your fold right there, and then you'll be able to do your other fold. Let me flip it over. Your other fold right there to make it an easel card. And then of course adhere the front of your card to that. So that's how easy it is to make an easel card out of something that has a shape to it, especially a crazy shape like this. So there you go. That is the first card. Probably my favorite. I love it, love it, love it. Now let's get on to the next one. Masculine cards are difficult for me, but I love the way that this one turned out. So instead of using that water ripple die set to create the look of water, I actually used it to create the look of wood or a log or something that is sliced, and I'll show you here in a minute. But what I did was I used two of the dies to create these two layers, and then just like in the first one that I showed you, I used a border that is off from another piece. So it has a few different colors going on here, but actually only 2 layers. And let me show you the look that I was going for. I was going for this look. So, you have the outside edge, and You know, a lot of times wood will have even more edges than this, but this is the look that I was going for. And the cardstock that I used is called Coordinations, and I'm not sure, but if I can find a link, I'll put it below in the description box. But let me bring some in to show you so you know what I'm talking about. When I say coordinations, this is what I'm saying right there. And this is a Tim Holtz one, and this one is a vintage collection, and this one is Flower Power, but they come in a variety, and it's something that you can sand, tear, antique, use it the way it is. And in this particular case, I just left it the way it was. I could have sanded it and distressed it a little bit. And the paper behind there was literally out of a plastic baggie that I keep scraps in. So I have no idea where that came from, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it went perfect for a background for this. And then I put these little studs on there, and they're just like stickers. There's, you know, it's not like it goes all the way through or anything. It's just a little sticker. And anyways, I just love the way that this came out. I don't know where I got that die from because my dies are actually all out of their packages and on those magnetic sheets, so I really don't know where that came from, but I love it, and it was perfect for this card. And by the way, if you're wondering, this card is a 5.5-inch square, and it is a top fold card, which I rarely do top folds for some weird reason, but lately I've been doing them more often. And so there you go. If you needed some masculine inspiration and another way to use that die set instead of having it look like water, here you go. These dies cut a border, not just the center, and I wanted to show that to you really quick here. So I'm going to cut out a piece because I need it for something that I'm making anyway. So we're going to put it on there and run it through the Cuttlebug. And there we go. And I was going to run it back through, but I guess I'll reach around. Okay. And can you see that border? Okay, so let me lift that off. You can leave that border on if you wanted to, as long as you were, you know, adhering this to something else that's solid, or you can remove it and use it for something else and have this centerpiece right here. Okay, I'm not done because I'm going to be layering this behind something, and I really don't want to waste all of that. So I am going to use one of the smaller dies, and I am going to cut out the center, and I'll be able to use that for something else. And that is the really awesome part about cutting out the center of layers, is that you really aren't wasting anything. So there we go. Let me lift that up. And again, we have a piece with a border, or we have two pieces that we could use. This is really awesome, actually. If you're using two different colors, you could use the border from one color onto the outside of another color, and it looks really cool. Before I go on putting my project together, I thought I would show you a couple other ways that you can use those borders. There are so many possibilities. So here are the pieces that I'm going to be putting together. I'm going to be layering them, and this one is actually going to be the back. So it's going to go this direction. And if you're wondering, well, how are they going to match up if you turn it the opposite direction? So I thought I'd show you really quickly that one piece I cut out with the silver side facing up. The other side I cut out from the back. And that way they will be opposites and will go together perfectly. So that's how easy it is to do something like that, and that way you have a back. And you know, you can use something like this for a tag or an ornament. And honestly, I am not sure what I am going to be using it for at this moment, but I just wanted you to see, how to layer these and how to put a back on it if you wanted, and how to cut the center out that nobody is going to see. And I wanted you to see, a couple of ways on using the borders that come off from these. So now that I've shown you all of that, I'm just going to glue all of this together. And you really probably don't want to just sit here and watch me glue and go blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, I may just finish this off camera, or at least this part of it. But look at that, I'm almost done anyway. I'm just putting that on there like so. And then I will be gluing that on there, and obviously you don't see any of the layers. Okay, I didn't mean you didn't see the layers. What I meant was you don't see the missing parts of the layers. And I just glued that on and you didn't even see me do that because I'm magic. And so there's that part of it, but there is more. So hold on one second. I wanted you to see the little penguin because I'm going to be putting it on there. And I just want you to see how the die cuts everything. So basically all you're going to need is 3 colors, and I didn't have orange, so I'm using gold. Makes it a little bit more elegant. But it literally cuts out all of the pieces for you, and then it's so easy to put together. So it's just as simple as, I'm not going to show you me gluing the whole thing together, but because there is a base, it makes it really easy for you to just line things up where they go and put them on there. And I just love this because all of the pieces are right here for you, and they are just so easy to put together. It's not like you need a map or directions. It's just really obvious what goes where. And I am going to finish putting this together, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my little penguin all put together, and now it's time to finish this off. And to do that, I'm going to be using some double-sided tape and putting that on the back because I want to pop this little guy up, give it a little dimension. So let me put a couple more pieces on here, and we will be ready to go. So I just really think that this is such a fun die set, both of them. The oops, too big. The little ripple frame dies and the penguin, I think they go together so perfectly, and I'm having so much fun with these, honestly. I just think that this is really awesome, and just wanted to share it with you. And hopefully you are getting a lot of ideas from this. You've already seen the cards that I made, so you know the possibilities. And so it doesn't have to just be used for water or for iceberg or it could be used to resemble wood. There's just all kinds of possibilities. And of course you can use it for making cards and tags and ornaments, and I just love these 2 die sets together. But obviously you don't have to use them together. So let's just put this little guy right about there. And let me make sure that's exactly, that's exactly where I want him, I think. Yep, I do. And actually, I forgot, I was going to use some of my Beacon 3-in-1 on the back of that double-sided foam tape, just because the glitter paper is textured. But you know what? I think it's going to hold just fine. And so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put a little hole up here, run a ribbon through it, and it might just be an ornament instead of a tag. Tell me what you think down in the description box.
If you like these dies as much as I do, I have links below in the description box, as well as a 25% off discount code to InLoveArts to save you a little money. And I hope this has given you some ideas of your own, because there are so many possibilities. I would love to see your creations, so please stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and share them with me. Thank you all for stopping by, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and also Crafters Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.